I had a couple of guildies asking me how to do this Sunken temple farm recently, so I decided to just make a short video. Um, Apologies for my mic. I'm having a lot of trouble with it, and it's like picking up my keyboard and mouse really loud, so it's gonna be a little annoying, but do my best here. So yeah, after you run up that left, you just jump down the first boss ledge that you come across. Now you're going to run towards this candle over here, kind of to the north of where you jump down. And it'll reset aggro and everything. This part's easy. Most people know how to do this, so they either do more fast runs with their guildies or something similar. But you just run along this ledge all the way north to where Hazas and Morphaz are. And you gotta aggro them to this boss. So that'll pull all the dragons in the dungeon. You just gotta... One thing I knew to... You want to kind of re-tag them as they're flying towards you here, because they will reset before they get to the boss after a certain amount of time. So once you see the scream go out or the yell go out, then you can go and reset. So you just jump up along this edge, left, leaving the boss, and everything will come running from this floor. So once you see everything running, so you should see there'll be like one last group kind of behind the others. It's like from up there. So once you spawn that group in, you're pretty much safe to run back. So you just run all the way back to the boss, cast rank 1 Blizzard on the group to aggro everything, and then run to the kill spot. Because I kind of effed up, I'm going to take a couple ticks to drink here before I cast rank 1 Blizzard. Okay, so then gonna blizzard the group to aggro them. There'll usually be 2 or 3 mobs here where that whelp was, so just nova them as you blink by. The bosses will reset when you run down this hall. Now you're just gonna aggro the packs, and you could do like rank 1 Blizzard slows on them, especially if like the whelps get ahead. Sometimes they're like way ahead of the packs, but if you don't have to do it, don't bother. If they're all grouped up, like they look all grouped to me, I'm just gonna let them keep going. So you jump up on this ledge to get them by, and ice block as they run. Make sure you stay ice blocked until all the casters, like the casters will be in a group behind, and they get by you. So then once they all kind of run around the corner, you can get into position. What I found was the best way to do this is while you're like positioning here, line up your UI with this line down the center. That's why you know you're looking like perfectly perpendicular. You'll want to cast your blizzards from this circle here on the ground. Like you'll be kind of moving back and forth on the line, jumping up on here. and you'll want to cast your blizzard from the circle, and you'll want to max range the distance and cast it right on the line in the hall. So you see what I'm doing here is like I'm just going to catch all the mobs as they run down. I'm going to group them with rank 1s first. Looks like they're mostly grouped except for that guy. Oh yeah, always switch to mage armor during the kill phase so they don't get slowed like that guy. So yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and group them a couple times like that before I do max range blizzards. And start with some max range blizzards here. But that's really the trick is you want to be perpendicular to the wall. You want to be perfectly like 90-degree looking at it. And that way when you're like strafing up here too, you don't have to worry about falling off. You just strafe back to the line. Just use key inputs pretty much for your movement. Don't right click turn or anything. Mess up your alignment. Just kind of get a few ticks on them. If any break through like that asshole, just jump up when he gets there, let him run back. The whelps will die quick. Then the casters will die, as far as like HP pools are concerned, and the melee will start to die after a while. And when you're leveling in the 50s, you know, mana's gonna be an issue. You're gonna be like using all your gems. You're gonna be using Evocate. Might even be doing, you know, some mana pots here and there to make sure you get them all killed. Because mana's rough, especially at like 53, 54, when you first start doing these. But I would say like 90% of the difficulty of this is just positioning yourself to wall jump here like I did. And I'll go over it one last time after all the mobs are dead. Wow, a lot of run-throughs there. You see a bunch of mobs run through your blizzard, just jump. Like don't risk it and like try to stand your ground or anything. It's not worth it. If it looks like they're all kind of staggered and not like together, just do rank 1 blizzards till they're like all slowed like that, then jump back up. You know, keep them all grouped best you can. If you've got casters casting on you from like here, run to the left to line of sight them. You'll be alright. Ooh, I fucked up. Somehow survived there. See, so there's the casters. Run to the left line of sight so they can't get the cast off. Yeah, see, like, gotta keep kind of a cool head if you don't make the jump. Now they're really moving slow, so I could be a little bit riskier because they're like low HP and kind of crawling. And I'm not gonna bother. Well, I'll use a gem here. Should finish them off. We're really close, anyway. So yeah, that for positioning the jump, it's the best advice I could give. Is like look at the wall, stand on the line, and get the line to go straight down your UI, like right in between the bars there, and that's how you know you're directly perpendicular to this wall. And then you want to make sure you're casting Blizzard from that spot max ranged onto this line, and that'll make sure that casters coming down this hallway will not be able to get line of sight on you until they get to this area here. So once the dragons get to this corner, that's when you want to be definitely like jumping up here, you know. And then if the casters get close enough that they're casting on you, just side strafe. Don't turn, don't use your mouse really, just side strafe left and right, because you're already perpendicular. You don't have to worry about falling off, and that'll break line of sight with the casters. They'll go running back with the pack. So hope this video helped. If you have any more questions, I can make another.